Welcome back to the channel, RacerX here, and today I'm actually going to film a quick video with my good buddy Rob. Many of you know him from the channel previously. He has a 392 SRT Charger. Beautiful, beautiful car. Of course, he recently got rid of that car, but he's got another little project that I want to show you today. Really, the big thing about today is I want him to drive this monster. Many people ask me, hey, is that thing faster than your Hellcat? Well, we just proved in a recent video that from 60 to 130, it most definitely is. The thing is an absolute missile. So we'll get Rob's opinion when he drives this thing and see what he thinks about this monster. It should be a lot of fun. We're going to head that way here momentarily. If you're new to my channel, do me a huge favor. Hit subscribe for me. It's right down there in the corner. Also, you can follow me at RacerX Official on Instagram, and we are off.
T-minus 15 seconds.
And through the magic of editing, I have arrived at my good buddy Rob's house. You can see car's ready to go. We are on the drag pack today as expected, because obviously trying to put this power down on anything else might be just a little bit sketchy. So the car is basically ready to go. There is one thing I wanted to show you, because many of you that follow my channel have seen, there's a man right there. What's up, buddy? But check this out. This is his new project car. So he does not have the Charger anymore, but check out this bad daddy. That is a Firebird. So and he's got his custom RacerX hat. There it is. What's going on with your Firebird, brother?
Nothing. She's been I've just kind of been hanging on to her for the last 30 years. My dad and I
30 years.
restored it together when I was in college.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So what year is this car?
It's a 1969 Pontiac Firebird 400.
Oh my gosh, dude. I think this is gorgeous, man. You cannot buy anything like this. I mean, it's just such unique. I mean, I guess if you looked hard enough, maybe you could find one, but you've owned this car for 30 years?
Since 1990.
Oh my gosh. So any of you that are asking why he sold his Charger, guys, he is going to restore this.
I'm going to go with probably a 400 stroker kit from Butler Performance. We'll stroke it out to around, depending on what we wind up doing with the bore, probably around 464 cubic inches.
Woo!
Put a set of ported Edelbrock aluminum heads on it for
Dude,
Pontiac, and I mean, it'll still be slow by today's standards.
Well, I mean, compared to a Plaid or something, everything's slow, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going to sound a lot better.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear how this thing sounds, guys. So I'm so excited for you, man. I've been pushing for this. I have been pushing, so here it is. And guys, check out the interior of the car. I mean, he's got so much that he wants to do. And any of you guys that have seen his car previously on my channel, you know he's going to do this thing beautiful, and he's going to do it right. I cannot wait. So we'll follow the progression of this car as he continues to work on it. So I just wanted to show you a little glimpse of what he had here. This has been his now for over 30 years. I'm super, super excited to see what he does with this. I can't wait till he gets it done, because you bet I'm going to be doing a little review on this bad boy. Really quick, I did spy something out of my little eye as well. So check this out. He's still got his wheels off of his Charger. So many of you guys that knew his Charger from the channel, one of the most beautiful 392 cars really out there in my opinion. But these are his wheels off that car, which, what are those? Those are, what did you say? Those are BC forged?
BC forged.
Yeah.
HCS 35S is the model. These are the 20 by 11s.
Oh, and those will fit on a Charger or Challenger, yeah?
Charger or Challenger. The rear is a fairly aggressive fitment.
Dude, those are
perfect
sick.
On the Charger. The Challenger has a little bit smaller rear wheel well.
Yeah.
So it might take a little bit of massaging of the rear inner fender.
The fender, yeah. But a lot of meat goes under there. But if so those are for sale?
They are for sale.
Dude!
Had them,
hey, any of you guys that want a pretty sick set of wheels for your Charger or Challenger, let me know, because he's selling these things. These are custom made. He waited months to get these, so these are pretty sick. All right, so car is ready to go. You have driven the Hellcat before. You're one of the few people that got to drive the Hellcat. So how do you think this is going to compare to the Hellcat? Because this is the big thing. I wanted you to drive this car now that it was finished, because you were going to drive the blue car, obviously, and then we know what happened to that car. And now, of course, we have this car completely ready to go, tunes dialed in. So what do you think about this in terms of how it's going to compare to the Hellcat?
Well, the Hellcat was a huge smile machine.
It was.
The Hellcat obviously had the instant torque with the positive displacement supercharger. This being twin turbocharged, I'm not expecting as big a torque hit initially, but the top end pull, of course, of the 5.0s, even in natural aspirated form, is
pretty sick.
It's their strong suit. So
it's going to be a whole different driving.
Twin turbos strapped to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are currently on our way to Velocidad, Mexico, where we've got a very special spot picked out for him to kind of try the car out and see how it performs. Sorry about the sunlight, guys. It's kind of a weird time of day, but anyway, after a long, arduous trek, we are almost there, so we can really see what the car will do.
Later that same evening.
All right, guys, so very first run here, we're going to go ahead and just do a little, this is just sport mode, low boost, about 5.5 pounds. We hit Velocidad. This is our spot. Let's see what happens.
Round 1, fight!
Rolling.
That's 5.5 pounds.
That's 5.5 pounds. The next setting's almost twice that.
Wow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a ride. What do you think about just a little? That's a little baby boost setting.
Yeah, I had butterflies. Wow, that was nice.
All right, so with just one little push of a button right there, we went ahead and added an extra 150 horsepower to the car. We are now on boost setting 2. So this is going to be somewhere around 10 PSI. The boost comes on, not only it's more boost, but it comes on a little bit faster on this setting. So what do you think about after the first one?
It was solid.
It's solid,
nice.
Yeah, it feels
Very
good,
nice.
right?
Round 2, fight!
So we got a nice little like 9-pound pull in that time, so kind of just a real gradual. This time it's going to be a little bit more more violent. We'll just kind of you know, we'll see how it goes. He's going to get down on it this time pretty good. This time we'll do a little bit of a 4th gear pull, so see how it goes.
I'm a little bit dizzy. Talk about tunnel vision.
Yeah, man. And think about it. That's 800 wheel is what that is.
Gracious.
Can you imagine making like, I mean, that's 10 pounds. So can you imagine making like 20 to 25 pounds? Just imagine what that'd feel like.
Well, the faster you go, the harder it pulls.
Yeah.
So like when I kept expecting it to tail off, and not only did it not tail off, it was only pulling harder. And I looked down, and we were going
Warp speed, 70 miles an hour we were going.
Yes.
All right, guys, so check this out. We're going to do one more pull here. This time it's on the 3rd boost setting. You guys saw in my last video, this one is significantly faster than the Hellcat, at least 60 to 130. Even with both of us in the car, this is probably a pull that's going to hit into the 5s. So we'll see how it goes.
Final round, fight!
Sketchy from over here. For heaven's sake. What do you think?
It feels like it wants to take off.
It does. The thing just builds speed like crazy. I couldn't even tell how fast you were going, but
I was just trying to make sure I stayed
right in the middle.
That's all. Like, I'm good.
It's just funny because it's like when we're used to talking about our Chargers and our Challengers and all that kind of stuff, you talk about, yes, I mean, you know, 850, 860 wheel that's a lot of power. I mean, it's a ton of power.
Yeah.
But it feels different in this car. 860 wheel in a car like this feels so different.
You're what, 600 to 800 pounds lighter.
Yeah, 800 pounds lighter, yeah.
You get this initial shove that is, it feels insane, but then
the boost comes in.
Really comes in.
Yeah. So one of the weird things about it, it's just so different. Like when you drove my Hellcat, it's like the Hellcat has that initial like bang, you know what I mean? But this one, you have to kind of wait a minute to feel the power come in, and then it just feels like a tsunami.
I mean, I felt the power pretty quick.
You're feeling the power.
It is different. I mean, it doesn't thump you like the Hellcat does, but it is equally as satisfying.
like it a lot.
It feels equally as rapid
Yeah.
as the Hellcat.
And once the boost comes in, it's pretty violent
But
feeling.
once the difference is, like, the Hellcat still pulled hard up top, but this thing like just pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls and pulls. You don't ever feel any kind of a tapering
Of a
off of
letdown,
any
yeah.
kind.
Let's get a couple little fifth gear pulls in here and see what happens.
Finish him!
Oh my gosh!
Dude, that is hilarious.
I just got lightheaded.
Got some pucker factor in my own car.
Holy crap!
I'm telling you, these turbos. So these turbos put out on the initial dyno guys with my blue car. I may have told you before, but they put out like 40 horsepower per pound of boost. Everybody says, oh, you know, 10 pound of boost, 11 pound of boost, big deal. But when you're talking about that kind of efficiency, it makes a lot of power.
I literally like got lightheaded. That has never happened to me before behind the wheel of
You see
any vehicle.
The stars go by like
That
winds of warp speed.
That was almost an out of body experience.
So what are your final thoughts on the driving experience of this car?
It's insane. You know, you hear a lot about. You can't deny the Mustang, the platform for really making a whole lot of horsepower. You really can't argue with it. You know, it's just, I've never experienced any acceleration like that before, and I realize if you're on the internet, you know, everybody has, but in real life, in my 50 years of being on this planet, and being a car guy since I was a teenager, I've never experienced or felt anything like that before. That kind of ruined it for me.
But I mean, that's the thing about the Mustang, though. A lot of people don't understand. It's like, why did you go to a Mustang RacerX? And I thought, well, you know, I wanted to boost a car, and I was trying to find a good platform to work with Hellion. And we kind of mutually decided that the Mustang would be a really good platform for this. So, you know, you're really the first one to be able to kind of drive this car other than myself. So I just wanted you to kind of give the people out there your just initial thoughts on how the car performs and your just initial, you know, your initial thoughts on how the thing does.
It's impressive. It really is impressive. You know, and hey, I'm had my Charger for 6 years.
You're kind of a Mopar guy.
I love that car.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like what the Charger offers, specifically for a family guy with 4 doors, you know, and whether it be the 392 or the Hellcat, it just offers so much in terms of practicality and performance melded into one package. You know, and there's always going to be something said for that, you know. But this is just a completely different experience. I'm not saying one is necessarily better than the other.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just a completely different experience, and you know, and there's definitely something to be said for both.
Yeah, agreed, guys. So there you go. It's been a fun one. Absolutely. Feels way different over here than it does over there.
Well, it felt pretty badass over here.
All right, guys, so there you go. You heard it from the man himself, who, keep in mind, his Charger was very fast in its own right, but he did say this is obviously next level fast. But a huge smile on both of our faces, and having never ridden in the passenger seat of this, when it's in anger like that, I have to admit, a little sketchy from where I was sitting as well. But obviously the car very well in control. We only got to the 3rd boost setting as well, and I was very impressed. I think he was extremely impressed. So been a fun little endeavor here today. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, RacerX.